the third. A round of applause, please.
Yes, it's sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along.
Kung tayo ay matanda na, sana di tayo magbago. Kailanman, nasaan man, ito ang pangarap ko. Makuha mo pa kaya ako'y hagkan at yakapin. Hanggang sa pagtanda natin, nagtatanong lang sa'yo, ako pa kaya ibigin mo kahit
Okay, good morning once again, everybody. So we can begin. May I please ask all the awardees, the Super 7, the faculty, the vice presidents present, Deans Hardy and Joseph, President Baby Boy, and our guest of honor to please kindly assemble at the back for the processional. We would also like to request President Mascareñas to join the procession. Yes po, the faculty as well. Recognition Program 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, the processional. Ramzel, please give me a thumbs up if we're ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the processional. We have the first year awardees. Next, the second year awardees. Next, our third year awardees. Next, we have our 7 Pioneer graduates, starting off with Miss Suzanne Cajegas. Miss April Jane Moral. Mr. Andre Maurice Ray. Mr. Don Don Nopre. Miss Sheila Marie Gonzalez. Miss Monica Calleja. And last but definitely not the least, the class valedictorian of the Bicol University College of Law Pioneer Batch, Miss Maria Fiona Imperial. Thank you to our awardees. Next, our esteemed faculty members. We have, Commissioner Emerson Akende and Attorney Joan Akende. Attorney Antonio Bron and Attorney Jennifer Gabalfin. Judge Balmaceda and Judge Nuilan. Sorry, that was too quick. I will recognize all of you later. Thank you to our esteemed faculty members. Next, our vice presidents. Dean Hardy Akende and Dean Joseph Bartolata. They are being followed by our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Maria Julieta Bores, and Vice President for Administration and Finance, Attorney Norly Reyes. Ladies and gentlemen, our President, Dr. Baby Boy Benjamin Nebres III, and our guest of honor, the Honorable Catherine Triunfante Manahan of the Court of Tax Appeals. May I ask everybody to please remain standing for the entrance of callers. Please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Lupang hinirang, tuyat ka ng magiting sa manlulupig. silid sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mabaga. May nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Pag-islap ng matawat mo'y tagumpay na naglilinig. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa mali magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng ating pagsinta mo'y langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na may mga pirang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you very much to our Bicol University ROTC unit. We may now all be seated. In every Judge Michael Balmaceda exam, on the last page of our test papers after the very last item, would appear this famous aphorism among law scholars. Quote, "The law is a jealous mistress and requires long and constant courtship. It is not to be won by trifling favors, but by lavish homage." End quote. After almost a century later, this statement by U.S. Supreme Court Justice Joseph Story in 1929 still rings true, even up to this day and age. And today, it is proof positive that today is proof positive of that lavish homage and that long and constant courtship. We are all part of history. This is history unfolding right before our very eyes. Lucky and blessed are we for standing as witnesses to this yet another milestone for the Bicol University College of Law and the Bicol University community. The Honorable Justice Manahan, President Baby Boy Benji Nebres, Dean Bartolata, Dean Hardy, Akende, BU officials present, our vice presidents, your honors, attorneys, guests, friends, families, and honorees, ladies, gentlemen, and all members of the colorful spectrum of genders, a pleasant morning to each and everyone. Welcome to the first ever Baccalaureate Mass Turnover Ceremony and Recognition Program of the Bicol University College of Law. Palakpak naman please, kasi kakakain lang natin. So we expect the energy in the room to be over the top. So anyway, good morning again everyone. I am Howard Tuangki and I will be your Master of Ceremonies. And can I just say that I'm so delighted to be standing in front of all of your beautiful and handsome, fresh and familiar faces in this opulent venue, although nasa likod niyo ako, ma'am and sir, not in front. Anyway, we have an eventful and full-packed morning. We started with a baccalaureate mass in honor of our graduating pioneer batch. The Super 7, or whatever adjective you want to place before 7, please give them a big round of applause. But later on, before we proceed with the second part of today's terrific trifecta, we will first have an equally important and significant facet of our law school journey. This is going to be the turnover ceremony. You know, considering the demands, the circumstances, and the sui generis nature of law school, it is vital and paramount that efficient, exigent, and competent administration is ensured, and that is the very purpose of today's gathering. So to officially open our program and welcome us all, let me introduce to you probably the busiest and most decorated soldier of Bicol University right now. He is and has been our Associate Dean since the inception of our college. He is also the acting Board Secretary of the BU Board of Regents. He is also the Chief Administrative Officer of BU. And he is the newly minted Vice President for Administration and Finance of Bicol University. All of those at the same time, yet parang kulang pa din at siya pa rin ang magwe-welcome sa ating lahat. Everyone, let us please give a big round of applause to our very own, the original son of BU College of Law, Attorney Norly Reyes.
Thank you, Howard. Aking napagtanto na mas maganda magtalumpati sa wikang Pilipino, kaya ang aking pambugad na pananalita ngayon ay sa wikang Pilipino. Sa mga bumubuo ng pamantasan ng Bicol, sa pangungunan ng ating minamahal na ikasyam na Pangulo, Dr. Baby Boy Benjamin D. Nebres III, sa mga kapwa ko-opisyal at kawani ng pamantasan, kay Dr. Maria Julieta B. Bores, pangalawang Pangulo para sa gawaing akademiko. Sa aking mentor sa Bicol University, ang 8th President, ang kagalang-galang na Noli Mascareñas, Dr. Noli Mascareñas. Good morning, sir. Sa mga bumubuo ng Bicol University College of Law, karangalan po natin ngayon na mapaunlakan tayo ng presensya ng ating founding dean, Attorney Hardy B. Akende, at sa ating kasalukuyang dekano, Dr. Attorney Joseph L. Bartolata. At sa mga hinahangaan, kung hindi man ay kinakatakutan na faculty members ng College of Law. At sa lahat ng kawani ng Bicol University College of Law, nandyan po yung non-teaching sa likod. Sa ating pinakapipitagang panauhing pandangal ngayong umaga, na formal na ipapakilala mamaya sa ating lahat, ang kagalang-galang na maestrado mula sa Court of Tax Appeal, Your Honor. Sa ating mga estudyante at mga paparangalang magsisipagtapos at mga estudyante ng BU College of Law na nagpamalas ng kahusayan at tumalima sa tinatawag nating 4 pillars ng pamantasan ng Bicol. Sa mga minamahal nating mga magulang at guardians, sa ating mga panauhin, ladies and gentlemen, karangalan ko ang batiin kayo ng isang kapanapanabik at mapagpalayang umaga. Ang 3-in-1 ay hindi lamang po sa kape. Minsan, ito ay pagdiriwang din. Tulad ng pagdiriwang natin ngayon sa College of Law. Kani-kanina lamang ay nagkaroon tayo ng unang pagdiriwang, ang Baccalaureate Mass, bilang pasasalamat para sa lahat ng biyaya na ipinagkaloob sa atin ng may kapal, lalong-lalo na sa 7 magigiting o Super 7 na tinatawag nila, na magsisipagtapos ngayon sa Bicol University College of Law. Ang pangalawang pagdiriwang natin ngayon ay ang pagdiriwang natin para sa pagpapalit ng tungkulin at liderato ng Bicol University College of Law. Ngayong araw ay masasaksihan natin ang formal na pagpapalit ng pamumuno ng BU College of Law mula sa ating founding dean patungo sa kanyang kahalili at kasalukuyang dekano. Ang pagdiriwang na ito ay isang tamang panahon upang bigyang pugay ang tagumpay na nakamit ng ating kolehiyo bilang isa sa mga bagong kolehiyo ng pamantasan sa ilalim ng pamumuno ng ating unang dekano na si Dekano Abogado Hardy B. Akende. At ngayon, ayon sa tema ng ating pagdiriwang ngayon, Celebrating New Beginnings, o ang sa Tagalog ay pagdiriwang ng bagong simula, ang turnover ceremonies na ito ay saring angkop na panahon upang tayo makapaghanda para sa kinabukasan ng Bicol University College of Law sa ilalim ng bagong pamumuno ng ating kasalukuyang dekano, Dr. Attorney Joseph L. Bartolata. At ang pangatlong pagdiriwang ng ating kolehiyo sa araw na ito ay ang isang makasaysayang, perhaps pinakamakasaysayang pagdiriwang ngayon ng Bicol University at sa kabuuan sa pagdiriwang ng Bicol University College of Law at sa kabuuan ng Bicol University, ang kauna-unahang recognition ceremonies para sa ating unang grupo na magsisipagtapos at mga karapat-dapat na mag-aaral ng Bicol University College of Law. Ramdam ko na ang bawat isa sa loob ng bulwagang ito ay masaya at nasa celebratory mode sapagkat sa wakas ay mayroon ng first batch of graduates ang BUCL. Ang first batch na ito ay dumaan sa matindi at angkop na disiplina upang pagtagumpayan ang hamon ng bar examinations. Pinagtagumpayan nila ang lahat ng paghihirap sa pag-aaral ng batas. Ang sabi nga nila, ang pag-aaral daw ng batas ay tulad lang ng pamamasyal sa parke. Subalit hindi siya pamamasyal sa ordinaryong parke. Ito ay pamamasyal sa Jurassic Park. At hindi na kailangan pang bigyang diin ang paghihirap ng kanilang pinagtagumpayan. Tingnan lang na po natin ang kanilang numero. Nagumpisa sila sa 43. At out of that 43, 7 lang po ang magtatapos sa kanila. Kaya congratulations po sa ating 7 magtatapos. Kaya mataim team at may galak po ang aking pinapaiwatig, ang aking pagbati sa ating mga magigiting na 7 magsisipagtapos. At of course, maliban sa 7 ito, ay paparangalan din natin ang mga estudyante mula sa first hanggang 3rd year. Hangad at panalangin ko na sana sa pagtapos ng kasalukuyang taon o kaya sa buwan ng Disyembre 2023 ay muli tayong magtitipon at magdiriwang para sa isa namang tagumpay, ang testimonial dinner ng 7 ito. Sapagkat ayon sa Korte Suprema, ang resulta ng 2023 bar examination ay ilalabas by December 2023. Subalit bago tayo mag-usap at magplano tungkol sa testimonial dinner ng 7 magigiting na magsisipagtapos ngayong taon, ay hayaan niyo po muna akong i-welcome kayo ng may galak at tuwa sa ngalan ng Bicol University at Bicol University College of Law para sa turnover ceremonies at recognition ceremonies natin ngayon, na may temang Celebrating New Beginnings, Creating New Opportunities, and Changing Perspectives. Sa muli, maraming salamat. Magandang umaga sa ating lahat at welcome sa ating pagdiriwang.
Maraming salamat po sa iyong Hi, hello. Ayan. Ayos. Again, inuulit ko po, maraming salamat sa iyong Ayaw talaga nila. Hello. Pagsabay-sabayan ko kaya. Hello. Sorry about that. So, now, we come to one of the highlights of today, one of the most important parts of this occasion. While this man needs no introduction, I feel it is only but necessary and proper to say that the Bicol University College of Law would not have successfully cemented its place in the legal academic community it is known for today, if not for his hard work, dedication, and lawful aggression in steering the BUCL into its current status. Truly a challenging, but I hope rewarding term, considering the birth pains of a baby college and the drastic changes brought about by the pandemic and the transitioning to the new normal, all these under his leadership. Despite all of the obstacles, he has steered the College of Law into a steadfast institution and the preeminent and respected law school that it is today. He will give his words of gratitude, but let us be the first to give him thanks with a resounding round of applause. Please welcome our founding and outgoing Dean, Attorney Hardy B. Akende, CPA, Esquire. Dean.
Hello. Good morning. So if you're looking at my boot, this is not a fashion statement, and I also do not belong to generation of barong wearers wherein they wear it with rubber shoes. This is out of circumstance. So 2 weeks ago, I promised our incoming president that I'll be there during his installation. Something historic actually happened the day before I was about to fly in. I fell off the stairs in Naiya Airport and I had bruises. When I went to the emergency room, I was shown with an X-ray wherein a small piece of my bone was floating around somewhere there. And the doctor told me that I cannot walk for 4 to 6 weeks. And I was devastated because not only I was breaking a promise to the president, but I was breaking a very strong promise that I made to this graduating batch, that I will be here before the July 7 university graduation wherein I will no longer. So, yesterday morning, when Justice Cathy called me up, I was actually with my doctor, and I was fighting with him because he wouldn't agree to break out of my cast. I was in a cement cast for 2 weeks already. And he said, you know, if you take this off, it will compromise your recovery, and you may experience extreme pain at any moment. So I said, what can I do? He was silent. I grabbed a piece of paper. I wrote down a document releasing him of all the liabilities. It's sort of a waiver and quit claim that I'm holding him free and harmless from anything that may happen to me, and I signed it. So that's why we are here today. Kidding aside, to the Honorable Justice Cathy Manahan, our very own, to our president, university president, who is the youngest in the more than half a century history of the university, to my colleague, my associate dean over the last 4 years, and my constant lifeline, our VP for Admin and Finance, Attorney Norly Reyes, to VP Julieta Boris, who was the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences when the BU College of Law was born, who was very gracious and was generous to lend her classrooms in the college for the BU College of Law. To our university officials present, especially to the former, our past president, Sir Noli Mascarenhas, who we recognize as the founding president of the BU College of Law. And of course, our incoming dean, Attorney Joseph Bartolata, who gave us overwhelming support as well during his term as the Vice President for Admin and Finance. To my colleagues, my partners, BU College of Law would not have been where it is today if not for you. And I'm referring to the College of Law professors. Good morning. To our support staff in the college, I know you're there at the back. Thank you. And to of course, to our very dear students, the first 4 batches of the College of Law represented here today, who gave and believe in the Bicol University College of Law. With your loved ones, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I was tasked today to deliver some words of gratitude, but when I was reflecting of the number of people, the countless number of people and institutions who have helped us where we are today, I think it would take us the whole day to recognize all of them. So allow me to shortly step back into the very short 4-year history of the College of Law. And through that, I will deliver some words of gratitude to some key people. Firstly, in late 2018, when the idea of coming up with the Bicol University College of Law came up, because as you all know, today we have the very first state university law school in the entire Bicol region. And this would not have been possible if not for the iron will of our former president, Noli Mascarenhas. Why? I know the story because I was sitting then in the BU Board of Regents, and there were a lot of oppositions from the private higher educational institutions with law schools in the region, Justice, because apparently there has been an agreement and many, many years ago, and they would not want a state university to have a law school. And I remember distinctly our talk with President Noli then, that he even had to resign from that organization of Bicol higher educational institutions to be able to push forward the idea of creating the College of Law. And over the last 4 years, he has given us overwhelming support for the college. So thank you very much, Sir Noli Mascareñas. Of course, even with that intention, it would not have been possible if not for 3 founding faculty members of the college who gave so much and tireless efforts to study how it is to put up a law school, to prepare the programs, to defend it in the BU Board of Regents. And I'm referring to Dean Alex Nepomuceno, Attorney Dr. Lilibeth Liagas, Attorney Norly Reyes. We recognize them as the founding faculty members of the BU College of Law. Thank you very much, ma'am, sirs. So the next step, after it was overwhelmingly supported by the BU Board of Regents, it was approved. The next step was to have it accredited by the Legal Education Board. And the history of the Legal Education Board would show us, it was, I think, early 2019 already. And the target was to open the law school in August of 2019. It was never done in the history that the accreditation process, the approval process, is that short because it usually takes a year or more to be able to do that. And in addition to the petitions of the same oppositors for the creation of the College of Law that submitted their petition to the Legal Education Board. Thankfully, at that time, we had the very strong support of the then Legal Education Board chairman, who later on became the Commissioner of Philippine Competition Commission, and is sitting here with us as member of our faculty, Attorney Emerson Akende. Salamat po, sir. And so we went on with the accreditation process. Of course, BU, having existed 50 years then, we were able to comply with all the requirements of the Legal Education Board, the facilities, everything else. But one requirement was missing. The Legal Education Board was requiring us to have a law library. And given the very short period of time, the budgeting process, the procurement process, it was not possible to have it instantaneously to make it to the inspection of the Legal Education Board. So thankfully, we had an existing law library, Justice, at our law office in Manila, and with the graciousness of my partners, we shipped and donated the entire law library to Bicol University College of Law. So right now, we don't have any library in Manila. But just the same, we're happy that it is with Bicol University College of Law. So afterwards, we were left with barely 2 months before the opening of classes. And I remember distinctly my talk with Attorney Norly and President Noli. I said, the most important element to have a strong start for the College of Law are 2 things: very good students and great professors. With over just a month and a half of the application process when we opened it, we received about 120 applications. And I guess it would have been more if not for the PhilSat requirement at that time. But historically, when a law school is born, usually there are very few applicants because who would want to spend 4 or 5 years of their lives studying law in a law school that is untested by a bar exam? But thankfully, Bicol University was celebrating at that time 50 years and 50 years of academic excellence. So we received so much applications, but after going through the process with Attorney Lilibeth, Attorney Norly, we only selected about 45 45 students that were the pioneer batch of the College of Law. Now, this 45 and the 3 more batches that came after them, we would like to thank them and their loved ones for believing in the brand of Bicol University education. Thank you for the last 4 years, for our graduating batch, for stepping up to the challenges and the expectations of what a Bicol University law student should be. Thank you for supporting each other. You know, every year during the orientation, I always try to instill in you that we want to establish in Bicol University a tradition, not like other schools wherein you compete for a spot, you don't share materials, you try to outsmart each other. We want to establish a tradition wherein law students are each other's support group. Law students help each other. Law students would share materials with each other. And over the last 4 years, I have been witness to this. I see many of you conducting special sessions for your lower classmen, sharing tips on how to do well in law school, sharing experiences on how to be able to survive law school. Thank you for that. Thank you for starting that tradition with Bicol University College of Law. And lastly, I thank our students for being active leaders. You know, as a baby college, we are undermanned. You know, we don't have the luxury of many students or many staff. So in each program that we have, we are very lucky to have students who step up to be leaders. Leaders in the different aspects of our programs, our events, including this one today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, our dear students. Going to the second most important element of a law school, great professors. Admittedly, it was really a challenge to select the best professors possible for the college. Secondly, it was a bit of a pressure because of all the oppositions from the other law schools in the region. So we sort of have to show that we can recruit the best professors in the college. But thankfully, Mr. President, Justice, I am proud to say that we have the best professors in the law school of Bicol University College of Law. They are a combination of local legal experts, practitioners, private practitioners who are recognized in their field. We have members of the judiciary who are dedicated to legal education. And we have some government officials. We recruited them not because they're government officials, but because they are experts in their own fields of law. So to our dear professors, we have the likes of Attorney Beth, the legendary professors, Attorney Emerson, Attorney Joanne, Judge Martesa Noilan, Attorney Jennifer Gabalfin, Dean Alex, Prosecutor May. I see Judge Balmaceda over there, the legendary Professor Tony, Attorney Tony Braun, Professor Al Besinal, and Prosecutor Bagay. Thank you very much for your dedication and for being one with BU in our commitment to deliver the highest level of legal education. Thank you also for heeding my call to start good traditions. You know, we've been talking to many law schools, deans of different colleges and universities across the country. And among their problem, usually, are their professors who, because they cannot change anymore the tradition of the school wherein it's okay for professors to miss their classes. It's okay for professors to not finish their syllabi. It's okay for professors to be absent. It's okay to submit late grades. Ladies and gentlemen, our faculty at Bicol University started it well. During our first few meetings, we would always remind each other that we have the perfect opportunity to start good traditions because there is none. Thank you very much, our dear professors. The pandemic hit. Thank you for professors for being creative. They wanted to make sure when we would have meetings, they wanted to make sure that even if our students were in front of their laptops, they wanted to make sure, Justice, that they are really learning. Because sometimes you cannot check anymore if they're just reading from their laptops. So we've been sharing experiences. During our faculty meeting, we would laugh at anecdotes about experiences with students, but they have been very creative in adapting through that time. So thank you for giving it all, dear professors. So this is taking too long, but as I end my message, I want to direct this to our graduating students. You know, the 7 of you would always tell me, Dean, I would make you and the college proud come September. And yes, we are all hoping that we will have 100% come September. But as to that, my advice to you is to not think about that. Don't pressure yourself on that. And for this next 2 to 3 months, just focus on yourself. Forget about the expectations. Take care of yourselves. You can be selfish for the next 2 to 3 months. And I'm saying this out loud because your family members are here. They can be selfish. Take care of yourselves physically, emotionally, mentally. I wouldn't say financially because you would have to depend on your loved ones for that during this review. And I feel guilty because I encourage and even required some of you to take a leave of absence. So I will give some financial assistance as well to help defray some of your expenses. But focus on yourselves. You've been doing this over the last 4 years and you've been consistent. Just remember that. No? We'll take care of the prayers, focus on yourself, and study as best as you can. So, I also am personally pledging 100,000 if ever there's any one of you who will top the bar this 2023. So, from the bottom of my heart, I thank the entire Bicol University community and countless others for all the support, the trust, and the confidence given to the College of Law to be where it is right now. Having said that, Mr. President, with the good justice as our witness, I am now ready to turn over the college to Dean Joseph Bartolata, who I believe with his tested leadership, his competence, and his commitment will surely bring Bicol University to even greater heights. Good morning again, and thank you very much.
Wow. Diba? Speechless tayong lahat. Don't worry, naka-Facebook Live, so recorded yung pledge ni Dean. You can always record it and show it to him. Dean, sorry, before you take your seat, thank you very much again, but we would like to again ask you to please remain on stage for the awarding of the certificate and token of appreciation for your service to the College of Law. Yes. And may I ask our new dean and the president to hand over the token, and our vice presidents as well to please assist. The citation reads, Republic of the Philippines, Esquire, with deep gratitude for his esteemed tenure as the founding dean of the Bicol University College of Law. His vision and direction has been instrumental in shaping the college into fast becoming one of the premier law schools in the Bicol region. given this 3rd day of July 2023 at the Pepperland Hotel, Legazpi City. Signed, Attorney Joseph L. Bartolata, PhD, Dean, Bicol University College of Law, and Baby Boy Benjamin D. Nebres, EDD, SUC President for Bicol University. Again, thank you po. Dean, you have a token but it's there, medyo malaki, so baka po. Bibigay na lang po sa iyo mamaya. Thank you very much again. Let's give them a big hand. You may now return to your seats. And Dean, although your term has already ended, we still wish to have you around at the Bicol University College of Law. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to another special part of our program. For the first time in history, the Bicol University College of Law will have a turnover ceremony. This is symbolic as it marks the bequeathal of the key of responsibility in the administration of the BU College of Law. Another reason this occasion is special and historic is because since his assumption into office, this is the first time that our beloved president is joining us at the College of Law. Once again, let us witness the ceremonial turnover of the Bicol University College of Law banner. Thank you very much, Dean Hardy, Dean Joseph, and President Benji. You may now return to your seats. Dean Joseph, kasabay po ng responsibilities ay yung mga problema po ay ipapasa na rin po. I'm sure kayang-kaya. Anyway, thank you very much. And of course, when someone relinquishes a position and authority, someone has to take over. And we're just as excited and elated to have with us somebody who is also a luminary in his own right in the legal field and in the academe, having served as the Vice President for Administration and Finance. We're confident that his new leadership will further propel the Bicol University College of Law to a much higher status as when he is assuming it now. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, to give his words of acceptance, let us please give a round of applause to our Dean, Attorney Joseph L. Bartolata, PhD.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Honors, good morning. Firstly, let me express my sincerest gratitude to the 9th President of Bicol University, Dr. Benji Nebres, for the trust and confidence in designating me as the Dean of the BU College of Law. Relating this designation to the alter ego doctrine, wherein all my acts are deemed his acts, unless of course he reprobates it, I commit never to do anything that will put his name, my name, the name of the university, and the name of the college in bad light. That is the commitment that I have to keep. Secondly, let me also thank the 8th President, Dr. Noli, who paved the way for the establishment of the BU College of Law. We are proud to say that the BU College of Law is his brainchild, in partnership, of course, with our strong partners in Congress. Thirdly, let me profoundly thank the founding dean of the BU College of Law, Attorney Hardy, Akende, and of course the founding Associate Dean of the BU College of Law, Attorney Norly Reyes, for initially charting the course of the BU College of Law, for serving as the captain and the chief mate of the ship that is BUCL. Of course, from its humble beginnings, with all the birth pains, the trials and tribulations, up to what it has become today, an institution committed to providing quality legal education that is about to produce the 7 pioneer batch of graduates. Fourthly, let me also convey my heartfelt appreciation to the founding faculty members and all our part-time faculty members on-site and off-site. As pointed out by the good dean, they are some of the intellectual heavyweights in the legal profession. Thank you for becoming part of this prestigious institution and for all the solid support and commitment. Lastly, let me also genuinely thank all those who, in their small or big ways, have endeavored to provide quality services to our clientele, our students, and to making this law school at par with the best law schools in the region and in the country. Friends, accepting an assignment like being the dean of the BU College of Law, for me, is both a challenge and an opportunity. It is a challenge because it is no less than the 1987 Philippine Constitution, which underscores that public office is a public trust. In fact, in Ombudsman versus Regalado, the Supreme Court, speaking through Justice Leonen, emphasizes that the fundamental notion that one's nature in government springs exclusively from the trust reposed by the public means that the continuance in office is contingent upon the extent to which one is able to maintain that trust. And I, as a public servant, fully intend to earn and maintain that trust with the public that I serve. Put differently, if and when I am no longer trustworthy, then I shouldn't stay any minute longer in my position. Friends, accepting this designation is also an opportunity. It is an opportunity to reflect on the areas for improvement, to sustain our best practices, to introduce innovations in the teaching and learning processes, and to engage in the dogged pursuit of quality legal education. In closing, let me emphasize that the pursuit of quality legal education and the task of producing lawyers for humanity, as what the vision of the 9th President intimates, is never a destination. The task of producing lawyers for humanity is in reality a journey that will never end. It is my prayer, therefore, that you all join us in this challenging yet self-fulfilling journey. Ladies and gentlemen, against this backdrop, I humbly accept this taxing and prestigious task of becoming the Dean of BUCL. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, Dean Joseph Bartolato, for accepting the humongous task and taking the cudgels to propel the Bicol University College of Law to greater heights. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, we will now come to the recognition rights. Diba? Ganun yung transition. Direkta lang. To begin with, we are all honored, humbled, and pleased to have him with us this morning for the first time at the College of Law, our dear beloved 9th Bicol University President, Dr. Baby Boy Benjamin D. Nebres III, for his message. Mr. President, let us all please give him a big hand.
Thank you very much. I think the microphone is too much. Actually, this is my 117th day as the 9th BU President. And this message, if I'm right, this is the 99th message. Mamayang hapon, the 100. Kaya magse-celebrate ako mamaya. I asked our MC that I am going to give my recognition message aside from giving the message a while ago. Because I prepared for the recognition, not for the turnover. But nandito rin tayo po. So to our guest of honor, the Honorable Justice Catherine Triunfante Manahan, to our one of the founding fathers of the BU College of Law, the 8th BU President and the Professor Emeritus, my mentor, Dr. Arnulfo Mascareñas, to my Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Juliet Bores, to the Vice President for Administration and Finance, Dr. Norly Reyes, at the same time, the Associate Dean of the College of Law, to the outgoing Dean of the College of Law, Attorney Hardy Akende, and to the incoming Dean of the College of Law, Attorney Joseph Bartolata, to the founding faculty, and the presence of the faculty, whether it is on-site or off-site, your honorables, the non-teaching personnels, the honorees from the pioneer batch of the College of Law, our aspiring lawyers, parents and guardians, Dr. Jean Cortez, and other guests. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'd like to begin by telling you the origin or etymology of the word honor. Saan nga ba nagmula at ano ba ang totoong kahulugan nito? The online etymology dictionary states that originally the word honor was first used in 1200s from the Anglo-French word honor. It denotes dignity and distinction. In Latin, honor was honorem, which later on evolved into simply honor. It denotes excellence and good reputation. Later on, it was also attributed to a condition inspiring respect. In 1872, the words honorable in the scholastic sense was first used. Each year, we conduct recognition rites, and this is the pioneer recognition ceremonies. But seldom, if at all, do we ever pause to reflect on what it means to be an honoree or a person worthy of being honored or recognized. Most often, we associate recognition with just the act of achieving high general weighted average for the academic years you have stayed with us, with your fellow peers and mentors. But if we reflect on the etymology of the meaning of the term honor, it denotes several things: dignity and distinction, excellence and good reputation, and the most important is inspiring respect. Your being here today, therefore, should be placed in the proper perspective. You are not merely being recognized because you have earned a distinction in your grades. You are being recognized because you must have carried the name of Bicol University and your person with utmost dignity. This means you have never contributed to the unnecessary tarnishing of either Bicol University's reputations or yours. You must have been productive scholars who have manifested excellence in leadership and service. Above all, you must have developed, established, and nurtured a good reputation that has become your distinctive character. In all years, you have been a student of Bicol University. And because of all this, you must have won the inspiring respect of your peers and mentors. This, my dear BUenyo honorees, are what you're being recognized today. But have you really been all those and more? Tanungin ninyo ang inyong mga sarili at itanim sa puso ang inyong mga kasagutan. After all, to whom much is given, much is expected. Today is your day of celebrating new beginning. Dear future Bicol University lawyers, your recognition gives you the chance to renew your commitment to continuing to become productive scholars with a heart of transformative leadership and collaborative service, and the continuous nurturing of your character as you evolve and contribute to building better and sustainable societies as the pioneer batch of the Bicol University College of Law. The good thing about our life is we can always start new with endless possibilities of renewal. Gaano man tayo na panghinaan ng loob dahil sa pandemyang ating naranasan, lagi tayong may panibagong panimula. We always have a promise of new beginnings, of celebrating possibilities, and looking towards the promise for a better future. Your recognition signals the start of new beginnings towards the fulfillment of your dreams as aspiring lawyers. Kaisa ninyo kami sa pamilya ng Bicol University sa pagdarasal at paghangad ng katuparan ng inyong pangarap. However, we can only celebrate new beginnings fully and wholeheartedly when we learn to change our old mindset, when we let go of our fears and limitations and start changing perspectives so that we can continuously evolve with the changing times. Flexibility, adaptability, resiliency. These are the necessary attitude that each of us must continue to develop by learning to shift and change our perspective when necessary and should the situation call for it. Finally, to succeed in any aspect of life, we must be keen on identifying and finding opportunities for growth and development, not only of ourselves, but most importantly, of others and our communities. Each time we find opportunities and develop ourselves, we must always be aware of our higher purpose for developing ourselves. That is, we find opportunities for ourselves because we want to extend this to others and beyond. We develop ourselves to develop others. We cannot give what we do not have. But the most important is to remember that we have to equip ourselves to the point that we can create opportunities and provide this to others. Creating opportunities mean nurturing an innovative spirit and a creative mind. Dear honorees, live up to the ideals of the honor that you are being recognized and bestowed with today. Be a person of dignity. Let your scholastic excellence extend to leadership, service, and character as you continue to celebrate life, creating opportunities and changing perspectives, one meaningful day at a time. Most of all, be the best lawyers in the service of humanity. My warmest commendations and congratulations to all. Diyos ang mabalos po sa gabos.
Well, thank you very much for your message, Mr. President. That was truly a compelling, inspiring, empowering, and moving speech. May call to action pa siya. I guess that's true to all, not just for the graduating class. Let us be in service to humanity. Now, all right. Guys, I've been telling you this morning is such an auspicious and blessed one as we have in our midst. An esteemed and distinct legal luminary who will be formally introduced to us by none other than Attorney Hardy B. Akende. A big round of applause, please.
Hello. Good morning again. So I have the honor of introducing our guest of honor for today's event. You know, when we were thinking of who to invite for today's event, Attorney Norley and I were discussing that it should be, since it's historical, it should be someone who was born and raised in Albay. Someone who is of unquestionable integrity and someone who embodies all the ideal traits of a lawyer. And lastly, someone who can inspire the Bicol University College of Law students and other professionals, legal professionals present today. These are all qualities and qualifications that our guest of honor have for today. When we invited her, without any hesitation, without fanfare, she accepted our invite. And from that day until today, we have consistently asked her if she has special requests, special requirements, and she had made 0 requests and requirements. That's how humble our guest of honor is, despite her stature. She is an incumbent Associate Justice of the Court of Tax Appeals. Before being appointed to the Court of Tax Appeals, she was the Chief Legislative Officer of the Office of Senator Aquilino Coco Pimentel as a Senate President during that time. She was a tax lawyer for more than 30 years at the law offices of Romulo Mabanta, Buenaventura Sayok, and De Los Angeles, as well as Castillo Laman, Tan, and Pantaleon. Interspersed with legal and corporate work at various private companies such as Isla Lipana and Company, Petron Corporation, Caltex Philippines Inc., Armon Realty, and government agencies like the Department of Finance, Department of Labor and Employment, Bureau of Internal Revenue, and the University of the Philippines Law Center. She was a consultant to the office of the Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission to set up the SEC Internal Audit Office. She was a part-time faculty member of the UP College of Law, De La Salle University, and St. Scholastica's College, Manila. Justice Manahan is a graduate of the UP College of Law. She finished her AB in Political Science magna cum laude at the UP College of Arts and Sciences, Masters of Business Administration at the Ateneo de Manila Graduate School, and she earned units in the doctorate program of the Public Administration of UP National College of Public Administration and Governance. She was an active member of the Tax Management Association of the Philippines, where she last held the position of president, as well as the Committee on Taxation of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. She was also the Vice President for Legislative Affairs and Executive Director of the Legal Aid Program of the UP Women Lawyers Circle, Inc. After her stint as TMAP President, she was appointed by the BIR as a member of the Revenue National Accreditation Board that evaluates and certifies the tax agent practitioners at the BIR. Justice Manahan authored 8 books entitled Know Your Benefits in 2013, The Basics of Tax Compliance in 2015, Train Law versus NIRC in 2018, Taxpayers Updates on the 2005 Revised Rules of Court of Tax Appeals in 2021, Create Acts Amends NIRC in 2021, and the Basics of Taxation Law in 2023 as co-authored with Attorney Tanya Rosales, in addition to the various tax articles that she has published in the Business World Tax or Otherwise weekly column over the last 7 years. Justice Manahan is married to Mr. Emiliano Martinez Manahan Jr., present here today, with whom she has 4 children and 2 grandchildren. She and her spouse are active members of the Couples of Christ St. Thomas More Ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome with a warm round of applause the current, and she is the chairperson of the 3rd Division of the Court of Tax Appeals, the Honorable Catherine Triunfante Manahan.
Take your seat. Thank you so much. Honorable President of the Bicol University, Dr. Baby Boy Benjamin D. Nebres III, founding and outgoing Dean of the College of Law, Attorney Hardy B. Akende, incoming Dean of the same college, Attorney Dr. Joseph L. Bartolata, distinguished university officials and faculty members of the College of Law, graduating law students and awardees with their proud parents, family members, and friends, special guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, may I warmly congratulate the super brave and resilient 7 law graduates out of the 45 freshmen who initially enrolled in the College of Law of this university 4 years ago, for surviving the tough academic training and completing the race, despite the novel challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Launching this law program, degree program, after 50 years of the birth of Bicol University is no walk in the park. And thus, I wish to highly commend your indefatigable Dean, the Honorable Attorney Hardy B. Akende, for taking up the cudgels and rising to the challenge of steering you throughout the past 4 years of your law studies. At this point, I think it's time to let your hair down, relax, take a deep breath, and I think express your profoundest gratitudes to God, your parents, your spouses, if applicable, your family, closest family members, your siblings, and your friends, who journeyed with you in this extraordinary, life-changing phase of your lives. I likewise was once in your shoes. And let me share with you my own personal journey towards becoming a lawyer. The greatest influencer, to borrow the modern parlance, in my decision to become a lawyer was my father, the late Rafael Rodolfo Triunfante, who was a litigation lawyer in Albay and at the same time an academician. He taught at Divine Word College, Bicol College, Legazpi College, and served for several terms as Dean of the College of Law of then Aquinas University, now UST Legazpi City. He was also the first appointed fiscal of the city of Legazpi. My most unforgettable experience with him was our dinner conversation piece, when he would narrate to us that whenever a client of his would tell him to talk to the judge, to offer him any favor or cash so that the case will be won, he would politely decline and disengage himself from handling the said case. Also, during one of those folk singing stints that I did in Legazpi, that was before I took up law, a total stranger approached me during curtain break and told me that, "You know, your father is the most honest lawyer in town." That left an indelible mark in my system and has been ingrained in me ever since. Secondly, my older brother, the late Daraga Mayor Cicero C. Triunfante, also served as my model and inspiration in pursuing my law studies at the University of the Philippines. Both of them were the models of honesty, integrity, and excellence in the practice of law, and whom I have faithfully emulated. And last but not the least is my caring, loving, and patient husband, who's present now here, Emiliano M. Manahan Jr., who fully supported me in my entire 6 years of studying law, including bar exams, and who had to act as a natay, meaning nanay and tatay, to our first child when I had to stay in a dorm inside the UP Diliman campus to review for the bar, while he was left in our house in Moonwalk, Parañaque. I was a working student when I enrolled in the evening program of the UP College of Law, and I got married when I was in my second year. It was a tough 5-year course, and all throughout the academic years, I was working in various government agencies, from being a research assistant at the UP Law Center to being an employee at the Rural Workers Office of the Department of Labor and Employment and the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Discharging these multiple roles of a full-time worker, wife, mother, and student did not distract nor deter me from pursuing my goal to becoming a lawyer. But you know what kept me afloat? Was my deep and strong faith in God, whom I consider as my basic anchor in life. As Saint Teresa of Avila opines, "Nada te turbe, solo Dios basta." Let nothing disturb you, only God suffices. So what about you, proud law graduates and awardees of this university? Where is your ambition anchored? What is it that propels you? There are 3 life principles which I wish to share with you, which I practice and I believe have catapulted me to my present judicial career as Associate Justice of the Court of Tax Appeals. First, do your best and God will do the rest. There are no shortcuts in life. Pursue excellence in your work and do not be contented with a mediocre performance or the pwede na yan attitude. Always remember the Benedictine motto, ora et labora, pray and work, because good endings come from prayerful beginnings. Second, be honest, be truthful, and practice integrity. Your character is defined by what you say and do when no one is listening or watching. Thus, in all your endeavors, please be truthful and remain unblemished and untainted, because the best legacy that you can give to your loved ones is a clear conscience, a good name, and a public reputation above reproach. Third, learn, and learn. Competency does not end when you graduate from the portals of this august institution or after you pass the bar, but it is nurtured by continuous learning and search for knowledge. Because remember, as Francis Bacon said, knowledge is power, and great power comes great responsibility, as mentioned in the Spider-Man movie, if you have watched that movie. Do not be complacent and do not wallow in your laurels. Instead, always take the initiative of updating yourselves with the latest developments in the field of laws, but also in the local and global current events, because laws do not operate in a vacuum, and the dispensation of justice involves the confluence of a myriad of extraneous factors, the law being only one of these indispensable tools. Laws are dynamic, not static. But overall, underlaying these life principles with kindness. If you have to err, err in the direction of kindness. As Professor George Saunders in his May 2013 commencement speech in Syracuse University. Finally, let me remind you that when you become my compañeras and compañeros in the near future, you will always be confronted with ethical dilemmas, temptations to take the easy way out through bribery or shady deals, and a lot of external pressures from all fronts. Do not succumb to them, and instead serve as good models to your fellow members of the legal profession, observing honesty, independence, integrity, and excellence at all times. Do not exacerbate or perpetuate the demeaning jokes about lawyers as being liars, or as members of the profession who will have difficulty entering heaven, as I saw in one recent TikTok snippet. You know, we have a noble calling to uphold the law and to dispense justice. Let us be faithful to this calling. This I applied when I resolved the 4 criminal tax cases against Rappler Inc. and Maria Ressa. And mindful of the personalities involved, I focused on the merits of the case. And with such disposition, it has just proved, or I have just proved, that the judiciary has still its sterling quality of independence. Again, to the Super Pioneer 7 law graduates of the Bicol University College of Law, congratulations. God bless you, and let us move on and take the gold. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Wow, thank you very much for your moving and powerful words, Your Honor. We are truly most grateful and appreciative of your presence, and it is indeed our most profound honor to have you with us in this momentous occasion. May I again request Your Honor to please proceed to the center stage as we award our certificate of appreciation and the humble token of appreciation as well. May I also ask Attorney Hardy, Attorney Bartolata, and President Nebres, together with our Vice Presidents, to please join the Justice in the center stage. Citation reads, Republic of the Philippines, Bicol University College of Law presents the Certificate of Appreciation to the Honorable Catherine Triunfante Manahan, Associate Justice, Court of Tax Appeals, with deep gratitude for sharing her valuable time, insight, and words of wisdom as the distinguished guest of honor for the first recognition ceremonies of the Bicol University College of Law, and reaching the momentous occasion with her prestigious presence. Given this 3rd day of July 2023 at the Pepperland Hotel, Legazpi City. Signed, Attorney B. Hardy Akende, CPA Esquire, Founding Dean, Bicol University College of Law. Attorney Joseph L. Bartolata, PhD, Dean, Bicol University College of Law, and Baby Boy Benjamin D. Nebres, ED, the third, EDD, SUC President for Bicol University. A round of applause for our guest of honor. Thank you very much. Now the justice may be seated. Our university officials are again requested to please proceed to the stage as we now come to the most exciting part. Excited na ba kayo? Excited na ba kayo? Papunta pa lang tayo sa exciting part. Parang di naman kayo excited. Are you excited? Yes! Asan yung mga graduating dyan? Asan yung mga fourth year na hindi pa graduating? Woo! How about the third years? The second years? The first years? All the way to the back? Alright, we now come to the most awaited portion of this morning's recognition rites, the awarding ceremonies. In this awarding, our dear President will lead the awarding of the certificates and then the medals to our awardees. He will be assisted by our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Maria Julieta Bores, the Vice President for Administration and Finance, Attorney Norly P. Reyes, our outgoing Dean, Attorney Hardy P. Akende, and our Dean, Attorney Joseph L. Bartolata. If we can have you here on stage, sirs and madam. Our dynamic and most efficient registrar will also assist our officials in handling the awards. For this morning, we are going to be awarding 4 special awards to our honorees this morning. The Pillar of Scholarship, the Pillar of Leadership, the Pillar of Service, and the Pillar of Character and Meritorious Award. Okay, without much further ado, we will start with the Pillar of Scholarship. The Pillar of Scholarship is given to the top students of each batch based on their academic performance for school year 2022 to 2023. For the first year, second year, and third year, the awardees will be their top 5, and for the fourth year or the Super 7, all of them will be awarded this award because deserve. Okay? Our Pillar of Scholarship awardees. Maria Fiona Imperial. May we also request our guest of honor, Justice, to please join the group in awarding. It will be an honor, an extra honor for them to shake your hands for sure. Our next Pillar of Scholarship awardee, Monica A. Calleja. Our next awardee for the Pillar of Scholarship, Ms. Sheila Marie M. Gonzalez. Our awardees are accompanied by their loved ones who also share the same pride as theirs. Next awardee for the Pillar of Scholarship, Don Don D. Nopre. Our next awardee for the Pillar of Scholarship, Andre Maurice S. Ray. Our next awardee for the Pillar of Scholarship, Miss April Jane A. Moral. Again, Miss April Jane A. Moral. Our last awardee for the graduating class, Miss Suzanne T. Cajegas for the Pillar of Scholarship. Our awardees for the lower years, please be ready. Thank you to our graduating class and congratulations. For the Pillar of Scholarship for the third years, we have Miss Jamie T. Gamil. Next, Miss Tanya Jewel G. Gonzalez. Next, Mr. Joshua M. Mahadillas. Our next awardee, Mr. Christian Irvin A. Bautista. And our final awardee for JD3, Miss Mayan N. Molina. Congratulations to all our Pillar of Scholarship awardees from JD3. For JD2, our Pillar of Scholarship awardees from the second year, Miss Chini O. Mentina. Next, Miss Kristen Diana P. Gallinera. Next, Miss Alteza B. Toledo. Next, Mr. Earl Vincent H. Vista. And our final awardee from JD2 for the Pillar of Scholarship, Mr. John Kenneth M. Navarro. Our last batch of Pillar of Scholarship awardees are from the freshmen. To start off, Mr. Rodolfo B. Mantes Jr., Miss Lalaine M. Samar, Miss Miriam F. Sapillar, Mr. Ronnie James B. Indaya, and our final awardee for the Pillar of Scholarship from the freshman, Miss Denise John Alexis Q. Brugada. Congratulations to all our Pillar of Scholarship awardees. Our next award is the Pillar of Leadership. This award is given to the graduating CSE officer with the highest position, and that person is the internal vice chairperson, Miss Maria Fiona Imperial. Congratulations to our sole Pillar of Leadership awardee. Our next award is the Pillar of Service Award. This is given to the members of the College Student Council for their volunteerism in service of the school and their fellow students. The awardees are Mr. Christian Irvin A. Bautista, Miss Maria Fiona Imperial, Mr. Kenneth M. Osabal, Miss Frances Allen D. Arcos, Miss Tanya Jewel G. Gonzalez, Mr. Joshua M. Mahadillas, Mr. Giovanni L. Bautista, Miss Jamie T. Gamil. And Mr. Earl Vincent H. Vista. The same Pillar of Service Award is also given to the following awardees. The Pillar of Service Award is also awarded to Mr. Michael P. Loprin. Miss Jessa May M. Bilason. Miss Lady Danielle Therese Sarte. Miss Kiara Marie Rufastella S. Bertillo. Miss Kale Venice C. Castillo. Mr. Ramzel L. Riveral. And Mr. Marius Dave Rodriguez. Congratulations to all our Pillar of Service awardees. On to our final set of awards. The Pillar of Character and Meritorious Award. This is given to the students of their graduating class for their fortitude and for setting the standard of excellence as PUCL's pioneer batch. Maria Fiona Imperial. Monica A. Calleja. Sheila Marie M. Gonzalez. Dondon D. Nopre. Andre Maurice S. Ray. April Jane A. Moral. And Suzanne T. Cajegas. Congratulations to our Pillar of Character and Meritorious awardees. We have one final awardee for the Pillar of Service Award, which I forgot and I apologize. Our final awardee for today for the Pillar of Service, Miss Maiden G. Tuazon. Congratulations to all our awardees. Please give them and yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you to all our awardees and to our esteemed BU officials and guest of honor for the conferment of awards. Malapit na po tayong matapos. Excited. Gutom na si Attorney Norly. Gusto niya na mag-lunch tayo, but we'll do this quick. Anyway, we are also elated to have with us these two pillars of the Bicol University College of Law. We would like to welcome first to give his felicitations to the graduating class and the honorees, the chairman of the constituted committee for the establishment of the Bicol University College of Law, the Dean of the Bicol University College of Social Sciences and Philosophy, Attorney Alex B. Nepomuceno, PhD.
Thank you very much, Howard. And in the interest of time, I would like to make a respectful motion to adopt the greetings and introduction of our guest today by faithful reproduction, of course, so that I will not be also missing. As they mentioned you are all mentioned by me by that motion, your honors, and of course, addressed to the highest Associate Justice of the Court of Tax Appeals. At any rate, I'll be mentioning you also somewhere in my congratulatory greetings. So, omnibus greetings to all of you. Ayan, nakalusot, Sir Howard? Human existence is nothing without God and human civilization. Human civilization will never progress and develop without an effective and efficient legal system. And legal system will never be given trust and confidence without legal luminaries such as our honorable judges and justices, legal practitioners both in public and private, and other law enforcers and lawyers in general. It is in this premise that we are gathered today for a common purpose, which is to celebrate the journey of Bicol University College of Law with a great promise of producing not only graduates of College of Law, not only lawyers, but legal luminaries who will make our society much better every generation. With this educational feat of Bicol University, we have to acknowledge all the elements of the educational system that's here. First, of course, our administrators, headed by our 9th President, Dr. Benji Nebres. And I also would like to mention the 8th President, who is already in absentia for some reason, with a big congratulations for the big support for paving the establishment of the College of Law of Bicol University. Down the administration, we have the immediate past Dean, Attorney Hardy Akende, who in spite and despite of the circumstance and situation is here with us, a show of his great commitment to the College of Law. And down the line, of course, the recruited members of the faculty are honorable judges, some are justices, and of course also our great law practitioners joining the ranks in the College of Law as professors. And the big congratulations to the committee constituted in the establishment of the College of Law. Allow me to mention, of course, the VPAF now, Attorney Norly Reyes, the superhero of the Bicol University by performing a lot of tasks. Diyan po nagsimula yung salita na Super 7 because the Associate Dean is superhero in the College of Law. And Dr. Ito maraming L siya, Dr. Ledilia Liagas. Most feared but most loved constitutional law professor. Ayan. And the secretariat headed by Madam Myra, di ba? And the big support also of the vice presidents of the past administration and the present administration, the parents, the fountain of inspiration and support by our students, both the graduating, now called as quadrants, and of course the first year to fourth year students, the non-teaching staff, and all the elements in the educational institution are gathered today for this purpose of celebrating with joy and triumph the journey of Bicol University College of Law. I frame a meaning in the acronym recognition, which I would like to read. R for reaffirmation, E for excellence, C for competencies, and O for outstanding, G for gains, N for numerous, I for innovative, T for triumphs, I for intelligences, O for opportunities, and N for nurture. So to read, reaffirmation, recognition is reaffirmation of excellence, competencies, and outstanding gains in the numerous innovative triumphs along intelligences and opportunities that nurture you, our dear graduates and students, to become nicer, novel, noble, notable, and noteworthy. That's why a big congratulations to our guest of honor today, our guest speaker, for the very inspiring message to all of you, which is to be a great, noble, would-be lawyers, our very own talaga because kapamilya ng Albay, Honorable Catherine Triunfante Manahan, our beloved Associate Justice of the Court of Tax Appeals. My congratulations is coupled with, before I forget, of course, our beloved incumbent Dean of the College of Law. Congratulations. Apologies, baka hindi na ako mabigyan ng load. Dr. Attorney Joseph Bartolata, my compadre. 2 units lang, okay na po. Nawala tuloy ako. Nasaan ako, Sir Norly? Ayan, with a challenge that you please uphold the 4 values represented by the 4 pillars of Bicol University as already given much emphasis in the message of our beloved President, Dr. Nebres. So you'll see that you're awarded already of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. But in every pillar, always embed character. Character in scholarship, character in leadership, and character in rendition of public service. You might be bragging, my dear honorees, that you receive an award being the winner in a competition. We are now introducing a new perspective that in receiving an award is not because you emerge as winner in a competition. Just like the emergence of College of Law, it is not because we are competing, it is because we are collaborating. So the recognition this morning is not out of competition, it is out of collaboration. The reasons why you, Magic 7, I have computed you are even lower than the passing rate of the national in the bar exams. Kasi if you will compute 7 out of 45 or 7 out of 43, it will be ranging from 15.55% to 16.27. So what does it show is statistically, with that probability, the passing to be a graduate in BU College of Law is triple lower than the passing in the bar exams in the national would mean that there is 101 probability of passing the bar exams. How about a round of applause? Yan. But the challenge, be the best lawyer in town that will push and will keep the stability of the society through application, enforcement of law, with fairness to all and with justice to everyone. As much as possible, be a friend of everyone, be an enemy of no one. So that's it, isn't it? So big congratulations to all of you. Your medals should not be entertained by you as a pressure as you do the bar preparation come September. Sabi ng ating mahal na Associate Justice, do your best and God will do the rest. And if ever, please, if you may wish to embrace my mantra, I will share this to you as a part of my closing congratulatory greetings, which is not just excellence, but greatness. Excellence is only individualistic desire, but greatness is collective and collaborative. Not just best practices, but leading practices. Not just dedication, but consecration of oneself to public service, to legal profession, an example. Not just achievements, but legacies. Not just domestic, but global. Not just for Filipinos, but for humanity. Just like the present vision of the university, which is for humanity. Again, a big congratulations and Godspeed to all of you.
Wow, thank you very much, Attorney Alex, for your wonderful felicitations to everyone.